Lovely to see your face, my movie peeps. Let's talk about some movie news. Some of the things we'll be looking at here today, guys, is we got the X-Men trailer for Avengers Doomsday officially released online. We got some casting updates with the Batman Part 2 looking like we might have found R. Harvey Dent. And rounding things off with another Avengers Doomsday trailer, the fourth one, featuring the Wakandans and the Fantastic Four. Oh, we're gonna be diving that long, so much more, so you guys know the drill. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Yes, videos are coming, chill out, okay? Look at the room. The popcorn bucket video's in the works, all right? I've seen your 400th comment. You know how many popcorn buckets there were last year?
Way too many.
Soon as I get that out of the way, then it's the most anticipated videos. Then it's predicting the flops and hits of 2026. Papa's got you covered. Now let's go ahead and enjoy this video in the meantime. And well, looking at the trailers that have been releasing so far for the new year, getting us excited for upcoming movies. One, we have an A24 movie titled The Death of Robinhood. This is starring Hugh Jackman, and it's basically kind of what you figure. We're following Hugh Jackman as he plays an old, grizzled, out of his days Robin Hood who has to go on one last mission. And you know what? There's parts of this trailer that seem somewhat exciting. I am kind of a sucker for like the last ride of a hero's journey. This has the makings of that, but man, Hollywood, I am sick to death with the Robin Hood stories. They are a dime a dozen, and this is just another one. Why can't we just go wild with it? All right, let's do Robin Hood 3000, shooting them in the future, and let's have them steal cryptocurrency. Just gave you an idea, Hollywood. If anything, with Hugh Jackman in there, it's also feeling a lot like Old Man Logan, but Old Man Robin Hood. That's not necessarily a bad thing. So this could turn out good. I'm just not gonna lie and say I'm like over the moon excited for this, but hey, another Robin Hood story. Do you have a favorite Robin Hood movie? One trailer that kind of came out of nowhere that actually did get me a bit excited is for a movie entitled They Will Kill You. This is going to be coming out March of this year. It stars Zazie Beetz, and it's channeling a lot of Ready or Not vibes with a woman who's hired to be a maid at this facility, or what almost looks like a hotel, only to realize that the place is actually a worship center for people who love Satan, and it is that time of the year for them to make a human sacrifice, and they have chosen the maid they have just hired. From there, it's up to her to try and escape this death trap of a place, along with killing every Satan worshiper she can find. Honestly, looks like a bit of fun. The action is looking to be shot pretty well. It's also being described as a horror comedy, so it is meant to make you laugh a bit. Also, was really digging the music and the score that was attached to the trailer. I feel like this could just be a fun time. Again, it feels like it's channeling a lot of like Radio Silence with Ready or Not, or kind of Abigail with them being stuck in one location. But for a movie I like had no idea was even coming, this trailer actually did the thing trailers are supposed to do and make me go, oh, I kind of want to see that. I hope that's good. You guys let me know what you thought about They Will Kill You. Next up, they finally officially in HD 4K goodness released the trailer. That is the X-Men Avengers Doomsday trailer in all its beautiful glory. Man, one thing you gotta hand it, the Russo brothers brought their filmussy into this one, because the film is looking so gorgeous. It's beautifully shot, well lit, nice color palette. It's nice to see Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart back, but it is that shot, that glorious shot of Cyclops shooting his optic beam in the air. I will say the first time around, I didn't notice this whenever I made my video on the leak, because obviously we talked about it. So if you want my full in-depth thoughts, theories, and analysis, you can see that video. But one thing I didn't catch, because the footage wasn't in 4K, is the giant Sentinel feet in the background. Oh, that is exciting. There's been a lot of rumors about what this scene will be. Will it actually be like a full-length scene of us just watching the X-Men fight the Sentinels in a day in their life before they go on to the Doomsday adventure? Is this a flashback scene to when in their timeline humans did try to eradicate the mutants, and so this is the war they're going through? Is this Dr. Doom who grabbed the Sentinels because he knew that's the best way to get rid of the X-Men? Who knows? But either way, man, just seeing the behind the scenes set photos of Sentinels and looking like they're going to look a lot like the X-Men 97 counterparts, that's going to be such a glorious, awesome fight scene. And I know I'm going to have to buy all the action figures and suits involved with this, especially that Cyclops 90 suit. So pretty awesome that this is happening, man. But can you imagine what it would have been like if these trailers were just released online instead of in theaters, leaked, and everyone talked about it for a week until it was finally in 4K? Still awesome to see lastly, what do you guys think about the 4K Avengers Doomsday trailer? Talking about a couple of movie news stories before we get into some of the bigger pieces. We got revealed today that The Housemaid is going to be getting a sequel with Sydney Sweeney and Paul Feig returning. Now, this is a movie I was planning to review up until obviously things got hectic for me around Christmas. But my thoughts on The Housemaid was that it was a trashy, fun time. I likened it to like if a Hallmark movie was rated R, all the twists and turns, the sexy tension, and just the insanity direction that some of the story went, made for like a really enjoyable watch. But because this is also based off a book series, then there's 3 books in total, I believe, for The Housemaid. My lady's read all of them. She gave me an idea of what the second book would be about, and honestly, I just don't know if you could replicate what we just witnessed with that first movie, because part of the magic is trying to figure out, okay, is Sydney Sweeney crazy? Is Amanda Seyfried crazy? What's going on here? And that journey is so fun to see get unpeeled, especially because your mind flip-flops so much on whose side you want to be on. I don't know how you replicate that feeling with a sequel, especially knowing the story route they go with in the books. And even at the end of the movie, they gave you a hint that's what they could do with another movie. And I'm just like, girl, you were barely good at this situation. I don't know how you're going to start making that your living. But hey, win for Sydney Sweeney, because a lot of people thought her career might have been over after that boxing movie only made like $1 million in theaters, when that movie actually wasn't half bad. It just was not marketed well. But I throw off to you guys, would you guys be interested in seeing a Housemaid sequel? And please, for those of you who've read the books, make it sound more exciting for me, because I was just like, I don't know if that'd be that exciting of a movie. I wouldn't mind if they go original idea in the works. But recently we know it's become more of a sure thing, with Donald Trump asking Paramount to make the movie and them going, yeah, we'll do it for you, Mr. Trump. And now we're being told the movie could start filming this summer. We have the locations, a little bit of story detail. You tell me what the budget of this movie, but it looks like that might not be an issue. And here exactly they say, once the project officially gets the green light, sources say producers aim to film in China, Africa, where the story touches on poaching, and yes, Saudi Arabia. The choice of locations is partially tied to financial conditions. And look, I'm trying to be as neutral as possible and just trying to entertain you guys, but it is so crazy how I never thought Rush Hour 4 would now become a politically charged movie, to where Trump is the reason it got greenlit, and now the money to be able to be making it is coming from Saudi Arabia, where they now agreed to make part of the film in that location. Dude, okay. You know, I mean, the Rush Hour movies were already kind of globe-trotting, where the first film, you just had it in LA. Second movie, you actually went to Hong Kong, China. Third film, they were in Paris. Kind of makes sense for them to do a new worldwide location. But Saudi Arabia definitely feels so out of place, and we know Saudi Arabia was one of the places that was giving a lot of money to Paramount for them to buy Warner Brothers. It's just like, can I just see Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker yell at each other for 2 hours? That's all I really need. How are you guys feeling, though, about Rush Hour 4, the most random movie ever, getting created through such weird political ties? But moving on from that, some giant, pretty earth-shattering news. Oh, where's my popcorn bucket? The original Batman bucket that started the whole mess you see behind me. Today, we have Deadline reporting that The Batman Part 2, Sebastian Stan in talks for role opposite Robert Pattinson in sequel. Now, this is kind of crazy, and there had been a lot of scoopers the past couple of days where I was keeping my eye on things, of hinting that some Batman news was coming, and a lot of them, one of them being Jeff Snyder, was teasing it's the casting of Harvey Dent, aka Two-Face. And now that we have Sebastian Stan announced, I'm not gonna lie, I don't mind that Two-Face casting. I think that would be an awesome Harvey Dent. But I am really wondering if he will even become Two-Face in this movie. We still got to remember, when Matt Reeves and the producers were talking about this movie, they really let us know the main villain of this movie is going to be someone that hasn't been done before. Obviously, Two-Face has been done before, but Two-Face as a character is so rich and so moving in the Gotham universe. How do you not include him as a lawyer who is prosecuting criminals and gets corrupted by everything going on in Gotham? Like, that is just always such a rich story. But I think you could have Sebastian Stan be Harvey Dent the entire movie without going Two-Face until maybe the very end. I also don't think you want to mirror too much what Christopher Nolan did with his movie and having the movie be like 70% Harvey Dent, then 30% Two-Face. So I actually really do not mind as Sebastian Stan playing this role. I think he could actually do a really good job with it. It is not the person I thought they would get at all, and it really feels like Matt Reeves and James Gunn are just like poking at the MCU and going, Scarlett Johansson, come in here. Sebastian Stan, come in here. Who is next from the MCU joining the Batman? Now, other than Deadline, Variety in their article talking about Sebastian Stan joining the Batman Part 2, or being in talks for it, I should say, they do mention, though, Barry Keoghan, who played the Joker in the deleted scene from the first Batman movie, is also set to return, making it look like, yeah, Joker will have a hand in the story. Now, again, don't take that to mean he's the main villain or the big threat of the film, because we still know whoever the big villain is someone we haven't seen done before. I'm thinking this time Matt Reeves is just going to integrate Joker the way he wanted to in the first movie, but the scene was deleted, in the sense that he's kind of like the Hannibal Lecter character, the character where Batman maybe needs to get more inside the mind of a criminal, of a villain, so he goes to someone he knows that can do that, and that's the Joker. It could even be a periodic thing where Batman goes to him in the beginning, in the middle, and at the end of the movie, maybe even breaks out of prison at the end, setting up his return in the third film. If we get a third movie, please. But I don't mind that. I am just maybe with people that if Matt Reeves decides to change his look a bit, not going to complain too much, but it could be interesting to see how he's used in the role. Heck, it might not even be Batman who does this. What if we see Harvey Dent actually be the one doing the Hannibal Lecter route, where he's like, let me go to this guy and get in his mind, and through the course of Harvey Dent just continuing to go to the Joker, he twists his mind, manipulates him, and turns him into Two-Face. Did I just cook? I feel like I did. Eat up, homeboys. Really cool stuff, though. I can't wait to see who officially gets announced and whenever Matt Reeves decides to post the gifs. Because when Matt Reeves tweets a gif, that's when you know the casting is 100% done. You guys let me know what you think about this. And anything's off here, we're going to be talking about the latest leaked trailer for Avengers Doomsday that I will, of course, not be able to show you anything, but we can talk about it. So this one's kind of somber. Honestly, I feel like they should have ended with the X-Men trailer, because I feel like that's just the one that got the biggest boom, and it's still the one that gives me the most chills. But this one is involving the Wakandans, the Talokans, which are Namor's people, and the Fantastic Four. It starts off with Shuri kind of like in a desert area talking about a king's duty is to prepare their people for the afterlife. She also mentions she's lost everyone she's ever loved, and as that narration is going on, we are seeing Namor and his people looking like they're preparing for some sort of battle. It ends kind of quickly, though, when M'Baku extends his hand out saying, "Hi, I'm King M'Baku of Wakanda," and Ben Grimm of the Fantastic Four is there saying, "Oh, Ben Grimm off Yancey Street," which I think is kind of a funny way to go about that. And that's kind of how the trailer ends. All right. Still really cool. To me, it looks like the Fantastic Four have now just arrived on Earth, and the first place that they have chosen is Wakanda. Wonder why? Or it could just be an open desert area and the Wakandans were the first to arrive there. Either way, having the Wakandans and the Fantastic Four be the first people to interact with each other, I think works, given that Black Panther debuted in Fantastic Four comics. It just really sucks there that you don't have a Black Panther interacting with the Fantastic Four. But hey, after the reboot in Secret Wars, we know that'll be fixed. Aside from that, it's not much else to really say. It's just kind of cool to see those characters come together and looking like there is a battle preparing. I am surprised, though, the Wakanda trailer really didn't give any hints to little T'Challa, since a lot of these past trailers had kind of hinted at children, because we're still theorizing that's Dr. Doom's plan, is to take the kids of our heroes. Either way, cool little teaser. Now let's just wait and see. And the next week, if there is a combined trailer that is actually our first look, or we have to wait again several weeks. You guys let me know your thoughts on that. Anyways, guys, that is all movie news we currently have going on right now. Oh, and thank you so much for taking time out day to watch me talk some movie news. Don't be forgetting to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Look forward to all the other videos that are coming in the works. Love your faces. Take care of yourself. Wash your hands if you can. Either way, take care, my movie peeps.